Hey everyone, Jedi Mike here. I'm back with another video. Today I'm going to be reviewing the new film Alien Romulus. This is I believe, the seventh, or no, excuse me, the ninth film in Alien franchise, including Alien versus Predator. And this is a follow-up of Alien Covenant, which came out in 2017. But this is a new installment with new characters and some returning characters, even though this will be a non-spoiler review. Space colonizers come face to face with the most terrifying life form in the universe while scavenging the deep ends of space, a derelict space station. Now, the main character of this film is Rain, played by Cailee Spaeny. Also, David Jonsson, who plays Andy, who's the android in this film. And basically, the whole point of it, they're trying to escape this planet, and they've been on for years, but they have an opportunity to leave this planet with a bunch of other characters, followed by Isabela Merced, Alien Wu, Archie Rennex, and Spike Fern. These characters also want to go off planet as well, but in order to do that, they have to go hijack or scavenge this other ship, Romulus ship, to get these cryo chambers so they can able to make the necessary space travel, to go to their destination and everything. But as they get to this ship, they find out that there's a lot more things that has been discovered in this ship and everything. You find out aliens are in there, or creatures and stuff like that. But I thought this film, honestly, showing from beginning to end, I thought this was a very entertaining film. However, I do believe the first 2/3 of this film was really slow. However, it had a very, very, very interesting third act. And I think, and for a lot of people, if you see the reviews and critics out there, they also are saying the same things as well. As you see this, if you stick to ride with this one, the third act of this film does pay off in a very interesting way. But in terms of the jump scares and everything in this film, there's a lot of use of practical effects in this film compared to the other previous Alien films that are more CGI, which I actually appreciate, because you definitely get this feel of a more obviously using visual effects, but also going back to practical effects with face huggers, with the actual alien xenomorph creature. And still to this day, for me, is the most terrifying film creature in movie history, period, in my personal opinion. But I felt, unlike, Alien Covenant, which was kind of a disappointment, I felt this was definitely going back into the right track of Alien, getting very interesting kills, interesting anticipation horror in this film. But I really enjoy the performances. You see the dynamic between Rain and Andy, who are basically brother and sister, even though they're not related, and he's basically the android programmed to basically protect her from her protector, and stuff like that. But you see their dynamic as they go through here. But again, this is non-spoiler, but there is a lot of things how they, unlike where previous Alien films, i.e. Prometheus, Alien Covenant, trying to create lore and try to go through, more of mythology and throughout history, and try taking references and making their own type of story. This film, actually, they're basing their history and foundation this film within the lore of the Alien films, and you'll see directly what I'm talking about with one particular character that shows up. Now, there are some things that are kind of cheesy a little bit. Yeah, it's trying to go back to the trope of Alien and Lily verbatim saying lines from the original film. I know some people might be bothered by that. For me personally, it wasn't. I was like, okay. But with one specific event that happens in the third, or going to the climax of the third act of the film, it turns into a different type of interesting way of work of aliens that we're all familiar with. Now, unlike other people, I was actually a fan of the Prometheus and films and stuff. Alien Covenant definitely was a little bit of a step down, but I enjoyed it. But going back to the true core, which is Alien and Aliens, which is where this film actually takes place between these two films, I think this definitely adds into the lore of this film, adds to the lore of this entire franchise, in my personal opinion, and I think they've done it in a very, very good way. Again, certain other performances, Isabela Merced, who you've been seeing her everywhere in the film industry. She's about to be Hawkgirl in the new Superman movie with James Gunn. But yeah, and I really enjoyed her performance as well. The other crew, definitely, it's not no spoiler. You see in the trailer that they don't really last long, but how they go and how the xenomorphs take them out, and pick them, each by each and everything, picking them one off and stuff like that. I think they did a really good job in terms of just adding anticipation. However, I wish they would have just kind of more rushed, not rush, kind of sped up the pacing in the first two acts of this film. 'Cause I think probably people were probably just maybe dozing off until they get something very, very interesting. But again, now does it leave for potential for a sequel? Absolutely. Now I heard rumors they're probably going to another FX television series. I think it's called Alien Earth, I believe. But there's also director talking about maybe potential sequels such as Alien versus Predator 3, but connecting it with the Prey film that came out a few years ago, which was great. But I thought this film was very entertaining. I felt this was definitely a step in the right direction, Alien franchise. I do, again, certain dynamics between the other characters, cast of characters, and everything. You basically, the star of this film really is the aliens. It's like, it's not, you're not using any big name brand actor to be your lead, like Sigourney Weaver type. You just have basically a bunch of new characters. But I felt in a way that was actually helping anybody who's just jumping into this film have no sense of knowledge of what's going on, and watching this film and going in blind and actually having an entertaining film. But I do believe for some people, again, just, you might be thrown off by the first two acts, but once you get to the third act, and I can't really go into spoilers though, but they do very interesting way with mythology of aliens, with the how they reproduce and how they attach, because it's basically a parasite. That's basically what they are. And how they do this particular thing, it definitely, I was like, oh, that's very interesting. And also how practical, when I find out what, and I can't say what it is the third act, but with one particular character or person or creature, I'll say, is actually was used by practical effects. And the way they did that, yes, there's some visual effects in there as well, but I was like, wow, I really want to see how they were able to shoot that in this film. And I thought it was done in a very, very interesting way. Subscribe button, comment, like, and share, and hit notification bell on this channel, and comment down below. Let me know if you guys liked this film or enjoyed it, or had any issues with this film. I'd love to know your thoughts. All right, guys, I'll see you guys in the next video. Peace.